Right. So then you do these, you make more, you're getting money. So when did you come up with the name? When did you start? Because I know I want to show all these beautiful things, and that you actually, instead of being like brick and mortar, you really do like being amongst humanity at the shows, the fairs, the trade, because it's just like a nice exchange. Like people learn. So I'm sure people buy, but sometimes you just talk to people and then they come back and remember. There's a whole strategy to it, I think.
Well, I think that it's important for people to know the process. Because
right,
the process, when you go into retail stores, sometimes they're manufactured in another country and there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't speak to the person who, who's actually making it or designed it. And these are artisan pieces. They're one-of-a-kind or limited edition pieces. And that happened by accident because in the beginning, I didn't have enough money to buy into it, but then buy into the fabrics. And then I realized that when you build a line, a lot of it is wasted. Some of it moves, some of it doesn't. Maybe you do a whole collection in one colorway, but maybe one of the pieces is the home run, or maybe none of it is.
I want to make sure you tell them your line before we go too much further.
So this is my line is Copper Color Gal Designs.
Yeah,
I do one-of-a-kind, limited edition, table linens and accessories, and I upcycle my fabrics to make other products. So this collection started with this runner here. Now I only have one. This is a one-of-a-kind.
Should we spread it across us? Does it help them to be able to see that I can go like this?
And this fabric.
I know it's for a table, but you could wear this as a wrap.
Everybody.
I mean, it's like
everybody
you could
says
just
that.
Really. I mean, I'm sorry. Can I do mine?
Yeah, you could do it.
Oops.
You could. It looks
really,
beautiful.
I mean, and if you had the right,
But I've had so many people say that to me, but I'm like,
no, it's meant for a table. It's beautiful.
But people have said, well, you could wear something like this, and I said, well, yes, but tablecloths don't look like. I mean, table runners don't look like this. Don't you want to have something beautiful in your home? Sure, you can find all sorts of things to wear, but
it just makes your house a little more elegant.
I mean,
really
look at So this is the center of the print. There's more to it on the other side, but I see it in a certain way.
Whoops.
And so I added, a coordinating piece, and the leftovers went to the 6-piece napkin set, and even a smaller piece goes to this skillet handle, pot holder handle.
Right.
I'm still struggling with the name for this thing. It's usable. It's it works. And that's how I just kind of think about what I can make with the leftovers. Once a big piece is done, and sometimes I just do leftover. I just have smaller pieces.
Yeah, make little napkins or.
Here's another tablecloth that I did. I have to say this is probably.
This is gorgeous.
One of my favorites, and I probably this one I did
we have like
2 or 3 because I found the fabric again later on. So this is. Let me just open it just
quickly. We're going to go a little bit to like this halfway.
Yeah, because that's the middle.
Isn't that just
that goes down the middle? So that's almost like a built-in runner.
Mm-hmm. And this again could have napkins in this, or
yes, there were at one point.
Those small squares. Those. I think when I saw you had some.
But I designed basically for people to use their own
imagination with it, or
imagination in their own, things they have at home.
Right.
Their own dishes, their own glassware.
And there's a cork fabric you have that's really amazing, and this is a big. This is going to air after this, but we're right like the day or two before this. But this
Day of the Dead starts. Yeah. So that came about because I just saw it in the fabric store and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. The hand on it was gorgeous, and I was making some pillows for my sister because she does an ofrenda for my dad, and I wanted to experiment. Well,
and she has these wonderful sachets. I didn't want to, but
I had them, but I forgot to put them in the bag. But they're just sachets that I cut out them individual.
In different.
These are Mexican lottery cards, loteria.
Yeah.
And so I decided that I would do the pillow, and I had leftover again, and this is micro suede on the back, and it's got a hidden zipper.
Oh, that zipper is really hidden.
Yeah, it's totally hidden. You can't really see it.
Cool.
It's very clean, and I just love this fabric. And this is a little collection within my collection.
Right. Now, there's two things. We have like 2 or 3 minutes left. When you get busy, who's on your team? And then can we tell them about the really exciting thing it may have happened by the time this airs, but what's happening this holiday season for you?
So when you're asking me who's on my team,
Mom helps sometimes, doesn't
well,
she?
when I'm in California,
And you take stuff.
I take stuff so we can do and together because it's very bonding, and she loves to help me. But right now I have a few people that are helping me because it's getting busy, and I make it a point to have women of color, but also women of a certain age, over 50, over 55, because there's still a lot of women out here that are viable, that want to contribute, that are kind of left out of the workforce.
And they can make a difference.
And they can totally make a difference. So those are the people, and they work hard, like myself and like yourself. We're that generation that has a lot of integrity and works hard.
Show up.
And show up.
You bring your A game usually.
Right. So that's important to me as well. Yeah. It just recently was picked out of all 5 boroughs, and I think Westchester, one of 4 people, women of color, businesses, that is going to be featured, be a featured spotlight business at the Bank of America,
Bryant
Park, Winter Village,